Good morning, students. Karuna teacher welcomes you all for today's English lecture. In today's English lecture, we are going to discuss notes which are related to chapter number 1.3, Autobiography of a Great Indian Bustard. So I request all my dear students to be ready with the workbook and also to take a screenshot of each and every slide so that you can complete chapter number 1.3 after this lecture. Let's start, students. Which is the heaviest flying bird in India? Now this whole lesson is related to the Great Indian Bustard. So from this lesson we came to know the Great Indian Bustard is the heaviest flying bird in India. Number 2, how is the female Indian bustard different from the male one? Means, what is the difference between a male and female Indian bustard? Answer is, the female Indian bustards are smaller and slimmer than their male counterparts and their neck is not white. Question number 3, where do the Great Indian bustards live? So, which is the place where we will find Great Indian bustards? Answer, the Great Indian bustards live on grasslands and deserts. Students, please start taking a screenshot or a photograph of each and every slide because you are supposed to write all these answers in your English workbook in neat and clean handwriting. Let's proceed further. Question number 4. Name any two things which are favorite food items of a Great Indian bustards. Means, which food item Great Indian bustards like the most? Answer, grasshoppers and beetles. Number 5. Rains usher happiness into the lives of the Great Indian bustards. Pick out proof from the lesson for the statement. Means, rains bring lot of happiness and joy in the lives of Great Indian Bustard. How do we come to know from this lesson? From which line we get this idea? So the answer is, I dance in joy with puffed feathers and cocked up tail and dropped down wings. So this is your answer. From this sentence, we come to know that rains bring lot of happiness and joy in lives of Great Indian Bustard. Number 6. Who are the enemies of the Great Indian Bustard's eggs and chicks? So who are the enemies who try to eat the eggs and chicks of Great Indian Bustard? Answer is monitor lizards, foxes, dogs, pigs, snakes and eagles are the enemies of the Great Indian Bustard's eggs and chicks. So these are your answers. Please take a screenshot. We move on to the next question. What is the difference between the young ones of other birds and the Great Indian bustards? Means what difference you come to know between the babies of the other birds and the babies of the Great Indian bustards. So let's discuss. The difference between the young ones of the other birds and the young ones of Great Indian bustards is that unlike the young ones of other birds, which soon fly away from the nest, the Great Indian bustard's mother and chick stay together for nearly a year. So this is the difference. Now we move on to the next question. State whether the following statements are those of a Great Indian bustard or not. Put a tick mark against the right option. Now here the statements are given and two options are given. Great Indian bustard and some other birds. We should read the statement and we should think the statement applies true in case of which bird, and in that bird's column we are supposed to put a tick. Let's discuss the first one. I am the heaviest flying bird in India. So which word is that? Great Indian bustard. So put a tick in this column. I am known as Maldok or whom in Marathi. So who is called as Maldok? Great Indian bustard. I live in mountainous region. Oh, so Great Indian bustard don't live in mountainous region. So the answer is some other bird. I don't like grasshoppers or beetles. So who is that? Other bird, because the favorite food of The great Indian bustard is the grasshopper and beetles. Number 5, we don't believe in building nest. So who are they? Great Indian bustard, because they don't build their own nest. Number 6, our chick stays with the mother for a period of nearly 1 year. So who is staying together with the mother? Child of a great Indian bustard or some other bird? Answer is great Indian bustard. Number 7, I am the state bird of Maharashtra. So is great Indian bustard the state bird of Maharashtra? No. So this statement applies to some other bird. We move on to the 8th option. We have been pushed away from more than 90% of our homes region. So which are the birds who are away from their 90% of their homes today? And they are great Indian bustard. So put a tick mark in this column. With this, we have completed the exercise. Now we move on to the next exercise. B. Give the meaning of the following words and frame sentences of your own. Now you can see some words which are given on the left hand side. First, we will discuss the meaning of this sentence, these words, and then with the help of that word, we will try to make a sentence. So the first one is impressive. Now what is the meaning of impressive? One which evokes admiration. And the meaningful sentence which is made with the help of this word is, our teacher's knowledge of science is impressive. Underline the word impressive. Number 2, resonating, meaning producing a loud, deep sound. Sentence you have to write on the next line. The sea coach shell creates a deep, resonating sound. Underline the word resonating. Swarming, moving in large numbers. Sentence, in the summer, the bees start swarming. So underline swarming. Next one is number 4, sanctuaries, a reserved area for birds and animals to provide them protection. Sentence, sanctuaries are the best way to ensure preservation of wildlife. Underline sanctuaries. Power lines, used for transmission of electric power. Sentence, the power lines collapsed in the storm, causing power failures. Underline power lines. Number 6, predators. What is the meaning of predators? Animals that hunt, kill, and eat other animals. Now let's make a sentence with the help of predators. The animals at the top of the food chain are usually predators. Underline the word predators. Remember, students, you can make sentences of your own. Okay? We move on to the next exercise. Please take a screenshot of this. Question number 2, read the following extract and complete the activities that follows. Complete the list of things we can do to extend our love and support to help the great Indian bustard survive. So if we want really that great Indian bustard should survive and the number of these birds should keep on increasing. So how we can support them? What activities we can do? Let's discuss. The first one, write letters to our leaders and make appeals. B. Make drawings and submit it to your teacher. Number 3, discuss with your parents about great Indian bustard. Number 4, visit a sanctuary. So you can do these activities. If you feel some other ideas are there in your mind, that also you can write in this answer, which will help us to save and support the great Indian bustard. Please take a screenshot. The next question is related to web diagram. Environmental problems which are faced by the bustard. So great Indian bustard is facing some environmental problems. So which are the problems? Here you can see 3 boxes are given. So we are supposed to write these answers in these 3 boxes. Okay, in the first box you will write growing population of humans. Growing population of humans you will write here in the first box. Second, hunters killing for fun. This you will write in the second box. And third, electric power lines you will write in this third box. So in this way you are supposed to write the answers in the first, second and third box. These are the environmental problems which are faced by great Indian bustard. Next, who suggested that the great Indian bustard should be given the status of the national bird? Who was that great doctor? Do you remember, students, from the lesson? Answer. Dr. Salim Ali, a friend of Great Indian Bustards, suggested that the Great Indian Bustard should be given the status of the national bird. So the person was Dr. Salim Ali. Next question is, what is the consequence of the growing population of man on the Great Indian Bustard? Means what effect takes place because of increasing population on the Great Indian Bustard? Answer. The growing population of man has pushed the Great Indian Bustard from more than 90% of their home regions. Means Great Indian Bustard have lost 90% of their home because of increasing population. People are cutting the forest and constructing their building. And so the Great Indian Bustard lose their house. Number 5, two causes which has led to the decline in the number of Great Indian Bustard. Why the number of Great Indian Bustard is decreasing? Which are the two main reasons? First reason is hunting. Number 2 is because of electric power line. They get shocked, and because of that, many Great Indian Bustards die. So these are your answers. Please take a screenshot. Next question is, we used to live in all parts of India. State the word class of the underlined word. Now, what do you mean by word class? Parts of speech. There are total 8 parts of speech, such as noun, verb, adjective, so on. So we have to identify the underlined word is which part of speech? All. The word all gives us information about noun, and that's why all is an adjective, because adjective gives more information about noun. Number 7, we are losing our homes. Add a question tag. All these are related to your grammar topics. Now I have explained you how to add a question tag. Rule number 1, write the sentence, full sentence, we are losing our homes, and put a comma, not a full stop. Now see which is the helping verb, are. So write that are as it is. After that, see is the sentence negative or positive. If sentence is positive, then the question tag will be negative. If the sentence is negative, then the question tag will be positive. Here the sentence is positive, so we are writing here not, N apostrophe T, short form. Then come to the subject. The subject is a pronoun, so directly write down pronoun and then put a question mark. Remember, each letter of question tag should be in small letters and not capital letters. Aren't we? Question mark. Number 8, we need your support and love in order to survive. Use not only but also. Means we have to write the same sentence by using these words, not only but also. But in such a way that the sentence should not change, meaning should remain same. So let's try. We need not only your support but also love in order to survive. So meaning of both the sentences is the same, and in the second sentence we have made the use of not only but also. See here, not only, and here but also. Please take a screenshot. Question number 9, give the verb forms of. Population verb form is populate. Now if you want to make verb forms, one idea, use the word I in your mind and say the word which is given. Now the word is population. Before the word population, in your mind say I populate, so you get the answer. Electric, say the word I before, I electrify, or you can say I electrocute. Okay. Number 10, why should we save animals from extinction? Extinction means the number of animals is reducing, and one day you will find no animal on the planet Earth. Okay, so why we should save the animals from becoming less in number? Why? What is the importance of animals? Okay, so this answer will be provided by me in the form of notes, and that notes will be given by the school to all the students in the coming days. So this answer you will copy from that notes which we will provide you in few days. Okay, we move on to the next question. Mrs. Bustard is smaller and slimmer than I am. Pick out the adjectives and state the degree of comparison. So see here the word, we can get smaller and slimmer. In both these adjectives, you can see we have added ER, ER. And there is a comparison between Mrs. Bustard and I means two people. So we can say it is degree of comparison, that is comparative degree. When the comparison takes place in two person, two animals, two birds or two things, that is comparative degree. That's a very healthy habit. Pick out the adverb. Adverb is a word which gives you more information about verb. Now see here, healthy habit. So it is your habit, it is the verb. The word very is giving you more information about your action. That's why very is adverb. Number 4, it helps me to impress my soulmate. Rewrite the sentence using the underlined word as noun. So this word which is underlined impress, this word we should use in the form of noun. So what is the noun form of impress? Impression. So make it impression and then write the sentence. It helps me create an impression on my soulmate. Remember, when you are making these changes, one important thing is that the meaning of the sentence should not change. Meaning of the sentence should not change. It should remain the same. Now we move on to the next question. I dance and joy, make it exclamatory. Exclamatory is a part of speech in which expressions are expressed or emotions are expressed. So here the joy is expressed. How? How I dance in joy. And you should always write an exclamatory mark at the end of the sentence. So this is exclamatory. Number 6, the egg looks like a stone. Pick out the articles. There are 3 articles, a and the. So in this sentence, which articles are used? The first one is the and the second one is a. So the articles the, a. We need your support and love in order to survive. Pick out the noun and state its kind. So noun is a name used for place, person, animal, thing. So which are the nouns in this sentence? Support, love. Now both support and love nouns you cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot feel, you cannot smell. You can only imagine that. Such type of nouns are called abstract noun, which we cannot see, we cannot touch, but we can imagine in our mind. So they are abstract noun. Please take a screenshot. Question number 8. You can discuss this with your parents. Pick out the model and state its function. Now model means what? The helping verb, we can say, auxiliaries. So here in this sentence, which is the verb which is helping verb? That is can. Okay. Now here we have written the model can. And it is told state its function, means what it is doing. This word is showing us the possibility. So we have written here possibility. Can means it can be done. Okay. You can do this with your parents. So the word can here states the function of possibility. You can do it. Number 6. Why we need to protect bird. What you plan to do to help the bird to survive. This is homework. This is open-ended question, personal response question, which you are supposed to do on your own. Means in today's life, why it is a need of the hour that we should not do the hunting of birds. We should not kill the birds, but we should protect them. Why? Why you feel that the protecting of bird is very important in today's life? And what plan you have in your mind which will help the birds to survive, which will help the birds to increase in number. So this answer you are supposed to write in your own words. This is an homework. This is an open-ended question. I have explained you what to write. Let's move on. Question number 7, classify the following from the list given in the below. Means you have here number of words. See here, birds, helps, wonderful, away, together, healthy, use, slowly, and many more. These words you have to classify in these parts of speech: noun, verb, adjective, adverb, pronoun. Noun means the names which are used for place, person, animal, thing. Verb means the word which shows you action. Adjective means the words which will give you more information about noun. Adverbs are the words which will tell you more about the action, that is verb. And pronouns are the words which are used instead of noun. Now I have explained you the meanings. Based on that, we have to fill up this table. So from these words, which are the nouns? Nouns are bird, friends, human, grasslands, because they are the names of place, person, animal, things. Which are the verbs? Action words: gather, helps, protect, arrive. They show us action. Adjectives, they are telling you more about noun. Which are they? Wonderful, healthy, happy, afraid. Adverbs, they tell you more about verbs, means action. How the action is done? Directly, together, away, slowly. Which are the pronouns? Means the words which are used instead of noun. They are we, I, you, us. So in this way, you have to fill up the table. Please take a screenshot. With this, students, we have completed the notes of 1.3. Now we start with notes of the next poetry, 1.4. Children are going to school. Okay, so we start with the notes. When and to whom does the sky bow his head in respect? So in front of whom the sky is bending down? When the morning light spreads over the earth, the sky bows his head in respect to the children going to school. What? Number 2, how has the poet described the sun in the poem? So how the sun is described in this poem by the poet, how the sun looks. The sun is described beautifully by the poet. He says that after the sun's morning dip in the river, dressed up in golden muslin turban, it waits and smiles on one side of the road, for children is going to school. Third question, who waves at the children going to school? Means who is waving the hands when the children are going to school? Answer. The peepal tree waves his hand at the children going to school. Please take a screenshot. We move on to the next question. Why is every road shining bright? So why the roads are bright that day? The angels of light have set out and so every road is shining bright. Next question. Read the following extract and complete the activities that follow. Complete the web diagram with the elements of nature mentioned in the extract. See the center part. Elements of nature means which are the different parts of nature that are explained in this poetry. The parts are people, tree, pigeons, breeze, flowers. So these are all related to nature and about them we are explaining in this poem. So this is your answer. We move on to the next question. What does the poet convey through the above extract? Now this answer I will be giving you in the form of notes, and the notes will be printed and given to you by the school in coming few days. So that time when you get the notes in the hand, you see this answer and then write in this workbook. So today we will not discuss in this video, but the note will be provided in the form of printed notes by the school in few days. So that time when you get that notes, copy that answer over here. Next question. What do the breezes do as the children are going to school? Now what the breeze means the wind, does when children are going to school? Answer. Through the green topped branches, the breezes sing their songs of blessings. Number 4. What do the fragrant flowers do as the children are going to school? What the flowers are doing when they see the children are going to school? The fragrant flowers awaken the sleepy roads with the melodies as the children are going to school. Number 5. What has the poet compared the throbbing of every particle of the earth to? Throbbing means the heartbeat. Okay? When each and every particle's heartbeat takes place, what the poet has compared it to? The poet has compared the throbbing of every particle of the earth to the throb of a mother's heart. So the poet has compared the throbbing of every particle on the earth to the heartbeats of a mother. Let's move on to the next question. Explain the line, angels of light have set out, every road is a gleam. Explain the line means what is the meaning of this line, which I have already explained during the poetry. The sunlight is rejoicing at the sight of the children going to school, and it has made the roads shining bright for the children. In short, every element of nature which is mentioned in this poetry is happy to see that children are going to school because children are learning some good things when they go in school. Next question. Name the rhyme scheme used in the last 4 lines of the poem. The rhyme scheme is A, B, C, D, which is already explained in our previous lecture. Pick out an example of simile from the extract. Simile is a figure of speech in which the comparison is done by using the words like or as. At this hour, every particle of the earth throbs like a mother's heart. So here we have used the word like and the comparison is done. Throbbing of every particle with mother's heart. And we have used the word like, so it is simile. Find at least two things from the poem that shows the following. Now, which are the two things mentioned in the poem which tells us that it is early morning and which tells us that the atmosphere is pleasant? The lines, morning light spreads over the earth, the sun after his morning dip in the river, dressed up in his golden muslin turban, waits and smiles on one side of the road. These two lines tell us that it is early morning. The atmosphere is pleasant. Breezes sing their songs of blessings, fragrant flowers awaken the sleepy roads with their melodies. These two lines tell us that the atmosphere is pleasant, means atmosphere is very happy. Next question. Apart from the children, the question number 9, what are the emotions you experience at the thought of going to school? Means when you are going to school in the morning, what emotions comes in your mind? Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you anxious? Are you curious to go to school and meet your friends, to learn some new lessons? So what emotions, what feelings come in your mind that you are supposed to write in this answer? Question number 9, this is homework. You are supposed to write this answer on your own. Question number 9. Next question. Apart from children, no other human beings are mentioned in the poem. However, many natural elements are shown to act like person. Name them and also write what do they see. Except children, in this poetry, all the natural elements are mentioned. So which are those other natural elements and how are they mentioned so that we come to know that they are behaving like people? The sky. The sky bows his head in respect for children going to school. The sun. The sun waits and smiles on one side of the road for the children are going to school. Number 3, the breezes. Through the green top branches, breezes sing their songs of blessings. So from these lines, we come to know that the sky, the sun, the breeze are all the natural elements. They are not human beings, but they are doing the actions of bowing down, waiting, and singing the songs which are related to human beings. So in this way, these characters and elements are behaving as if they are person, means living beings. Let's proceed further. Take a screenshot of this slide. Next one is number 4, the fragrant flowers. They awaken the sleepy roads with their melodies. The peepal tree. It waves its hands for the children going to school. Number 6, every particle of the earth throbs like a mother's heart for the children going to school. Pigeons fly in the sky for children going to school. So again here you can see fragrant flowers, peepal tree, every particle of the earth, pigeons, they are behaving in such a way as if they are human beings. And that's why we feel that these all are acting as if they are persons. Please take a screenshot. The next question is, the whole world is happy because the children are going to school. Why is it so? Discuss. Means this question, notes will be given. Means as I have told you, the answer of this question I will give you in the form of the notes, and that notes you will get it after few days. Okay. So the answer, the whole world is happy. Why the whole world is happy? Because the children are going to school. Now, why you feel that when children are going to school to take education, each and every person who is living on the earth is happy? Why? That answer we will discuss here. Because all the people feel that when the children are going to school, they are doing something good. They are taking education. They are learning good values, good habits, which will help them to become a responsible citizen in the future. So this answer will be provided to you in the form of the notes. That time you copy that answer here in the workbook. Next one, write about how your family supports you in going to school. Now, when you are going to school, what your family members are doing for you? They take admission for you in the school. They purchase uniform. They pay your fees. They purchase school bag, raincoat, water bottle, compass, books, everything they provide you. Why? so that you can go to school and take good education and become a good person in future. So these are the things how a family supports you in going to school. So these points you will write here in this answer. This is an open-ended question, personal response question. It means it is an homework which you have to do on your own. Now I have given you the idea what you are supposed to write in this answer in your own words. Let's proceed further. What would happen if children didn't go to school? Now suppose in case, if the child is not coming to school, then what will happen? What do you think? Yes, correct. If the children is not going to school, the children will not take education. They will not learn good things. They will not learn good values, good habits. And that's why if the children are not going to school, their future will get destroyed. So these points you can write here. This is homework, home assignment, personal response question, which you are supposed to write in your own words. Number D, what do parents and guardians feel when they send you to school? Now your mother, daddy, or your grandmother who are staying in your house, they pay your fees, they send you to school. So when you go to school, how do they feel? Are they happy? Yes, they are happy that my child, my daughter is going to a good school. They are studying something good. They are taking good education. So in future, they can become an engineer or a doctor or a successful person who will help and perform the duty towards society. So these are the feelings which comes in the minds of parents and guardians. So this you will write here in your own words. This question is also an homework, that is open-ended question which you are supposed to write in your own words. Next question, spot the words which are based on the clues given below. So this is like a crossword, okay, an activity, very nice. Now the clues are, number one, greenery, leafy cover. Now in this poetry, which things are related to greenery and leafy cover? Number two, sweet music. Try to guess, try to recollect. Sweet music relates to which word in this poetry? Number three, a kind of soft cotton fabric. So these words were used in relation to which natural element? Think. And number four, light wind. So which word was used for light wind? Start guessing, and in that way, you are supposed to find out the words which are given in this crossword. I hope you are able to guess. Let's see. So which are the words? Yes, very good. A kind of soft cotton fabric, that is muslin. Light wind, that is breeze. Sweet music, that is melody. And greenery leafy cover, that is foliage. So in this way, we have completed this activity. Please take a screenshot. You can do this with pencil or with pen. With this, students, today we have completed notes of 1.3 Autobiography of a Great Indian Bustard and 1.4 Children Are Going to School. So it's a humble request to all my dear students to complete all these notes in neat and clean handwriting in your English workbook. With this, we conclude our today's lecture. See you soon again in the next lecture. Till that time, stay at home, stay safe, do take care of yourselves. Bye.